expense was spared in Michael's world.
Michael also began spending large sums on cosmetic surgery.
We would see a different Michael by bad in 1987 than we saw in 1979, before Thriller.
Allegedly, his father used to call him Big Nose. So, you know, with money, you can do whatever you want. So Michael starts getting plastic surgery, and he starts to drastically alter his physical form.
We're going to narrow the nose.
Michael developed a troubling obsession with refining his looks.
Michael was a perfectionist, and he was also an artist, and that's how he treated his face. And so if he saw something that he didn't like, he changed it.
And this really freaked people out. They thought that this guy, who looked like a normal cute guy, was starting to really go under the knife and get some crazy surgery. And this really made people wonder what was going on with him.
In the mid-1990s, Michael released his next two albums, History and Blood on the Dance Floor. But his magic touch was fading.
They're selling, but they are no Thriller, they are no Bad, and we're starting to see kind of the unraveling of his star power. He's just not selling as many records as he used to.
His records aren't selling the same way, concerts aren't selling the same way, the fans aren't there the way they were before.
The dwindling sales of his album impacted his finances immensely because suddenly the endorsements were no longer there. The big tours were no longer there to bring in income. And that played a huge part in his financial picture.
The financial strain only intensified Michael's long-standing insecurities.
So, what are you looking for today?
This is also where we saw the physical decline of Michael. He was constantly going under the knife, getting all these different faces, and he started looking so frail. He was hunched over, he was walking slowly, you'd see him in a wheelchair. He just looked like he had been physically beaten down after everything that was happening to him.
Actor Randy Quaid was riding high on a string of hit movies and TV shows, like National Lampoon's Vacation, Kingpin, and Saturday Night Live. Like his movie star brother Dennis Quaid, Randy had fame, critical acclaim, and the paychecks to match.
Randy was a natural. Everybody wanted to work with him.
He was making $1 million per film, plus a percentage of the film's gross.
He even found the love of his life. But the fairy tale romance would ultimately set the couple on a dark and twisted path.
It seems that Evie is very central to the financial collapse of Randy Quaid.
The love affair between Evie and Randy, you know, it's very interesting.
A succession of bad financial decisions and increasingly erratic behavior left them bankrupt and homeless. The incident did little to enhance Randy's reputation, and he was left without work yet again.
But wait, there's more.
In 2007, with no new movies on the horizon, he decided to try his luck on Broadway, taking a role in a musical.
Randy joined the Broadway play Lone Star Love. A lot of people saw this as a way for him to kickstart his career. He was making his Broadway debut. This was going to be a big career moment for him. Rumors were swirling that Randy decided to try his hand at Broadway because studios were really backing off and not wanting to hire him for any movies.
But once again, it was Randy's wife, Evie, who became the main focus in a disastrous way.
So with Evie, there's a chaos in the drama. Apparently, she would come to rehearsals and film the rehearsals, which was against union rules. And on top of that, she would send inappropriate emails to the production staff, which included nude pictures of her holding a gun while lying on a bed.
There was certainly, I think, among some people a feeling that Evie wasn't always wired the best way.
Randy was also acting a bit erratic. In preview performances, he slapped his co-star 4 times.
Randy, man. Randy.